Level 5. A name that I assume most people simply associate with Professor Layton, which is fine and everything, though when I think of Level 5, I'm instead reminded of some of the amazing RPGs that they've made. Dark Cloud 2, Rogue Galaxy, Dragon Quest 8, 9, White Knight Chronicles was a thing for a little bit there, but luckily so was Ni no Kuni, so everything evened out more or less. There's just a way that they handle RPGs that makes their worlds feel so alive and huge and magical. And that's why I love Level 5. So of course, to lose an RPG from such gods would be a terrible tragedy. So fitting that this game was going to be on the PSP, as today on Gaming Mysteries, I'll be talking about the cancelled PSP RPG from Level 5, titled Ushiro. Before we go any further though, I'd like to note that since Ushiro was shown off to the public a resounding one time, there isn't a ton of footage for me to work with. To supplement that footage, please enjoy some Level 5 related gameplay that I recorded. Now, Ushiro was unveiled at TGS 2008 with a single trailer, and would be a first for Level 5, being a supernatural horror turn-based RPG. Quite a change of tone considering their other works. In the game, you would take control of Reiichiro Ushiro, a Shinigami spirit who holds the power to give people near the brink of death a single wish in exchange for their lives. In the context of the trailer, Ushiro offers a girl, presumably the other main character, Nanako Nishizaki, said girl seeming to have no reason to live, a single wish in exchange for her life. Though, rather than the person dying, Ushiro seemingly attaches himself to their soul and floats around as a ghost behind them, something that looks a tad similar to a game called Okage the Shadow King for the PlayStation 2, so that's a little neat. Anywho, by using Ushiro's abilities, you would supposedly be able to possess and control various people, to see into the lives of strangers. For what reason and to what extent you would be able to perform such activities is unknown. Although, if I had to speculate a bit, and I'm going to, in this one battle sequence they showed during the trailer, the only battle sequence, it has Ushiro fighting alone, something that looks a little off in a turn-based RPG. He should have some companions. Perhaps you would have been able to possess some, a la Tsunai Atonement. Kinda, I'm just bringing up RPGs no one remembers at this point. Speaking of battles though, enemies come not in the form of traditional monsters, but instead, monstrous personifications of someone's heart. And that's always a fun change of pace. Battles appear to be your standard turn-based affair. Could be a bit more complicated, but due to the lack of info and footage, that's hard to call. Though it looks solid either way. And with the end of the trailer, we have the character Nanako, with Ushiro following behind her, talking about how she can't remember anyone close to her and how she doesn't know why, which is perhaps where the horror comes into play. After all, it doesn't have to be a traditional boo, I'm a ghost and I'm near your face kind of thing, as the mental side of horror can be quite fascinating too. To be honest, the game in general looked very fascinating. The dark premise, the potential gameplay mechanics, the gorgeous cel-shaded visuals that Level 5 always excels at making, and just the fact that it was a Level 5 joint was enough to get pretty much everyone excited about the game, especially me, being biased and whatnot. So of course, with everything going so well, bad things are bound to happen in one way or another sometime soon. In this case, after the initial reveal, no further information of Ushiro was released, and in 2009, the game was completely removed from Level 5's website, leaving many to believe that it had been cancelled, and that Ushiro in general had been forgotten. Until earlier this year, oddly enough. As in a genuinely surprising bit of news, in a 2014 issue of Famitsu, it was confirmed that Level 5 was considering new developments for the cancelled PSP game Ushiro, leading many to hope that the game would return in some form, perhaps for the Vita this time because the PSP is dead. However, those weren't the new developments they had in mind, as while Ushiro did indeed resurface, it came back not as a game, but instead as a new series of novels titled Ushiro Ukigen na Shinigami. The novels, at least based off of their plot summaries, are following the storyline of the cancelled game, with it starring Nanako and Ushiro in their wacky, death-related adventures. The first volume was released in September, and the second is set to release in January, and Level 5 is also planning to expand Ushiro into other media. Whether or not that expansion will involve a new game, though, is still undecided. But god damn it, I am hoping for it. But that was Ushiro, the cancelled, hopefully only for now, RPG from Level 5. Bring it back, you guys, please, I love you. Now, I have an obvious bias towards Level 5. because I said it earlier in the video, so you know now. So I am deeply saddened by the loss of this game, because I want to play it, and I think it looks sick. Why, the only thing that would be more sick than this would be an HD collection of Dark Cloud and Dark Cloud 2, and then the sales for that can fund Ushiro and Dark Cloud 3. The move is yours, Level 5. Hugs. This has been Gaming Mysteries. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Yuriofwind here, and welcome back to Spook Slate of Spooktober on Yuri of Spookin' Wind. Hey guys, how's it going? You just watched, what did you just watch? Gaming Mysteries on the canceled RPG Ushiro, and I hope you enjoyed it very much. Today on Slate, I will not be taking up much of your time. There are videos that you can click on if you want to go click on those. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And, you know, the subscription thing, as always, it's deeply appreciated if you do want to subscribe or like the video or share or do any of the things that people always ask you to do, but it's not mandatory and I'm not going to beg you to do it. Appreciated, not the other thing. I didn't really want to keep this too long. Yeah, because, you know, the Gaming Mysteries is kind of short, so. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the other Halloween videos I have planned for the rest of the month. So until that time, bye-byes.